Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1, and as you can tell, we are not doing LEGO DC Superheroes today because for some reason, I don't know why, the file became corrupt. Not the actual like gameplay file, but the application itself somehow became corrupted moments before this started, and I tried opening it several times, so I'm gonna have to completely uninstall then reinstall the program, the application. So I apologize for that. So we're just gonna play Neverwinter tonight. I apologize because that why did that happen? I don't know. So let me message this out. But yeah, I've never had that happen before, where apparently an application just becomes corrupted or something. And it just won't activate. I have no idea why that happened. It has never happened to me before in my entire life. So we're just gonna have to roll with it and do something different tonight. Okay, XX, basically what happened, LEGO Supervillains, the application's corrupted. The actual application to play the game is corrupted. So I cannot play it tonight, and it happened literally right when I was going to play it. I tried to start the file multiple times, it just would not start. So I'm going to have to uninstall the application, then reinstall it. Fortunately, my save file is stored on the jump drive, on my external hard drive, not in the actual application. So that won't get rid of my save file, but that will take time because that one actually takes a decent amount of time to download. So this week we'll be doing Neverwinter. I really apologize for that. Hey, Trooper. Long story short, LEGO LEGO DC Supervillains decided to completely corrupt itself somehow. I don't know how. And I can't open the file. The application. So I'm going to have to uninstall that, then reinstall it. So I literally did not find this out until like a couple minutes ago. So I'm going to have to use Neverwinter here as a last-minute substitution. I apologize for that. But on the bright side, you guys can help me create a character for this. Yeah, you mentioned the glitch to me. I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna try to fix it. That is a very weird glitch, and I've never had it happen before. I know something happened, like where the PS4 lost track of the hard drive somehow, the external hard drive for a little bit, but I fixed it, so it shouldn't be happening. So I have absolutely no idea what happened here. So we're just going to have to make do with Neverwinter here because it was the easiest thing for me to boot up. Because I play this daily, so... So, I apologize, I don't know how that happened. But apparently the only way I'll be able to fix it is to just uninstall the program, the application. And then reinstall it. Okay, yeah, I think what I see happened. So yeah, that's not something I can fix right now, so we're just gonna have to make do with Neverwinter here this week. I really apologize for that. But anyway, let's get started here. And as you can see, I have two characters, both named after Angels with Scaly Wings characters. Because of course I do. Which is a rogue and a ranger, so hopefully so I would prefer a caster this time. Probably I would like a cleric. Now we do have, I want to be a dragonborn. I do want to be a dragonborn. Reason being, I had to grind so hard to, and that sounds weird, but I had to grind up so many astral diamonds to get this as a playable race. So we are going to be a metallic dragonborn. But do you guys think I should be male or female? My character should be male or female here. Not pay to win in this case, because you can borderline get everything in this game for free if you grind hard enough. And so, should we go with male dragonborn or female dragonborn? Okay. Female. Okay. Now, there are multiple classes. I can't, like, I'm asexual, so that doesn't really apply to me. But now here, so you know, Trooper said female. I'm fine either way. Or we could continue the... Bard's really complicated. Like, Bard is a really complicated... is the most complicated class in a lot of ways. But first, let's go down through here. We got Cleric. And yes, you can choose your deity. So that is a good feature. Barbarian, Warlock, Rogue. I've been a Rogue. No, we're not being a Rogue because I've been one. I don't really like them. Well, I like them, but I don't like them. We got a Fighter whose shield is levitating off of her arm. Got the Bard. Got Paladin. Ranger. I've been a Ranger. I really like Rangers. And, of course, Wizard. No Druids, and that actually annoys me. So, yeah. Bard is a bit more complicated because you've got... but it is fun, from what I've heard. It's just a bit more complicated because you actually have to use, like, a button mini-game to sort of do some of their stuff. Like, I kind of want to be a cleric. But if you guys would rather me be something else other than a rogue or a ranger. But I'm kind of leaning more towards cleric or paladin. Or bard, we could go bard. I would prefer to be a caster. Let's do cleric. Okay. Now, of course, we want... Okay. Of course... You're a cleric. I think clerics still use wisdom as their primary casting stat. Okay, so that's one for cleric and one for bard. Let's flip a coin. Let me do an online let me actually do a coin flipper, because I'm curious about bard. So... Okay, so heads, cleric, tails, bard. Okay. Trooper spoke first, and it landed on heads anyway, so... Yeah. Okay. We'll go with Constitution and Wisdom, because of course you would. This game is based off 4E. Okay, we do have pre-existing... We do have pre-existing ones, but... I would rather not go with the pre-existing one. Let me see, how do I... Okay, let's move into the head here. Okay, so this is the back fin. Or the back horns or whatever. So what species were you before submitting yourself to Bahamut and becoming a Dragonborn? Good question. If you guys have a preference for that. Okay, braided tendrils. Cobra hood. I kind of like the cobra hood. Scales. I kind of like the cobra hood. Of course, we can change the color, but that only applies to... I don't even see what the color is changing on the hood, actually. But... yeah, let's go with that. Eyes, we can either just have normal eyes, be blind Dragonborn, blind in one eye, or the other eye have injured eyes, an injured eye, or just, you know, normal eyes. But coloration, why do I only have light colors to work with here? I don't know. Let's go. Okay, if you want to make her blind, then we can have Barbara give me an eye patch. Okay, let's go with, in that case, let's go split the difference and have her have one blind eye. Because I think that looks cool. Okay, brow ridge. Okay, we got the scale, which that one goes pretty nicely into the Cobra hood. So does that one. They're a cleric. Yeah, they are a cleric. She is a cleric. All right, I forgot about that. Okay, then let's go. Well, we can go with that. Yeah, let's. Okay, let's come up with a backstory because for this. Like, why would she be blind in one eye despite being a cleric? Like, could maybe we say she sacrificed her eyesight in that eye to save someone else? Like, it's a sign of a sacrifice she made to save someone? Like, I think that'd be a cool idea. Honestly, I kind of like spiny. Or I like that one, actually. It's Scoot's looks there. Okay, so the side things, we can either do smooth, Scoots, which that actually doesn't look bad, or fins. Fins really doesn't look all that good with the Cobra hood. I think that works best. Now, what color do we want her to be? If I can find out a way to actually change her color scheme. I think that's down here in body shape. You know, let's make her heavy just to be different. Okay. Or do I have to use pre-existing? I think I have to do pre-existing to change her color, but it's easy to fix that. So, let's see, what color do we want? She's metallic, of course. I think that's steel. I kind of like how that looks. I think that's a steel dragon, which, yes, those are a thing. I think that's silver. Copper. Kind of a... I guess that's kind of a rusted copper. Don't really know what that is. Maybe that's bronze. I think that's another shade of gold. Okay, so we'll go with steel. She's a steel dragon then. Oh, and now we can customize it properly, and fortunately this is the easy part because we just go to the hood. Then we go to blind left eye, brow ridge, Scoots. Oh no, we went with spiny, right? Yeah, we went with spiny. Facial ridge, Scoots, teeth. So we have sharp teeth, blunt teeth, or long teeth. Kind of like long teeth because you can actually see them. Okay, facial scaling. I think we'll keep her head the same size, but do we want her head to be wide? I kind of don't like how thin her head is, so let's widen that a bit. I kind of do like the idea she looks a lot more menacing than she is. Let's see, we can increase the height of her head. But not really sure how I feel about that. Alright. Okay, we will, that we can do. See, your head looks too thin to me. I do like the idea of her having a more longer muzzle. We can also make her the Dragonborn equivalent of a pug. Honestly, I kind of... Which do you guys think? Longer muzzle or shorter muzzle? I kind of like longer myself. We can also have her have a longer neck. Or a shorter neck. Okay. I think long neck actually works decently well. Okay, we can increase the size of her eyes. There we go. Her eyes are now... Okay, so here's the original eye size. There's the new size. Okay, I think that works well. Okay. Facial scaling, eye depth. Don't really even see a difference with the eye depth. Eye height. Ah, okay, the height on her head. I kind of prefer just where that is already. Shorter neck. Okay. Where is her neck length? It's about right there. The eye height, but we can change the position. Do we want the eyes a bit? I'd like the eyes a bit more forward. I think that looks better. Okay, brow size. I think larger actually fits in and makes it look better with the hood. Brow height. Yeah, that makes it go more into the hood, which I like. Okay, here we go. Now we can actually start, you know, widening her. I cannot really tell what that's changing. Nose width. Okay, there we go. Now her face is a bit less smooth. I kind of actually prefer that. Yeah, that looks better to me. Okay, nose length. Honestly like how that looks. I think our nostrils look good enough that way. Nostril width though. Okay, yeah, that I like how that looks. Nostril height. Kind of prefer her having smaller nostrils. If you guys have any preference change for any of this, just tell me. Okay, I don't like her nostrils being that far out. I think they look better a bit back there. Muzzle width. Muzzle height. Also, for anyone wondering, those big nostrils are creepy. Yeah, I do agree. I don't like them big. Yeah, actually I'm going to shrink them down further. Muzzle width, muzzle height. What does that change? Okay, that makes it kind of flow a bit better into her hood. Okay, no, that I like her having a long jaw, but that just okay, I like her having a bit of an overhang on her jaw, but she kind of has a bit of an elderly look, I notice. Okay. Oh, okay, that actually makes her creepier. Let's keep her mouth closed. Chin width, okay, trying to widen her face a bit. Chin height. I'm gonna be honest, the reason all three of my characters are females, I just think the female models look better. Okay, everyone okay, good with her face? Let me see, can I... Kind of think that looks maybe a little bit better. I can see that. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, body shape, we can either go... Okay, so we got slim, we got heavy, or toned. So we can either have her be bulkier, slim, or kind of in the middle where she's muscular. Honestly, I think the female Dragonborn model just looks better than the male. So do we want to make her big, slim, or toned? I'm kind of leaning towards big, because my other female Dragonborn is like so, like, is very scrawny looking. Yeah, the reason I just like the females a bit, female model, like, looks-wise, I think the male models are just too bulky. Like, okay, and now for her general size. So let's lean into that and make her a big girl. Oh, hey, Tim. Okay, so we wanted bigger eyes, so let's go with that. Shoulder width. Okay, that makes her look fat. I'm not making her look fat. Honestly, I think our hands look too thick. I do not like these gloves, honestly. Leg length. I want her to be tall. Nah, I don't like the big feet. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we have a wide variety of deities to choose from. We have Ommunite. We are going for Cleric. My first casting class. I've not played a casting class. Okay, we have Ommunator, the god of sun and time. Bahamut, the god of justice, of course. Kalitia, the mother of Toril, goddess of the natural world. Corielion, skilled warrior and father of the elven races. Gon, the Wonderbringer, god of artifice, craft, and construction. Helm, the god of protection and unerring gaze of the vigilance. Imatar, known as Heathenerd, the god of perseverance and martyrdom. Kelembor, the god of death, essentially. Lathander, the morning lord, deity of splendors, known to represent spring, dawn, and self-perfection. Lytheria, the lady of deception, patron of liars and con artists. So you can be more evil aligned. Well, okay, maybe not evil aligned in this case. Lyria, the beloved goddess of joy and contentment. Mask. Mask is a trickster god known for his constant scheming and steering wit. Maliki, the forest queen, a quiet patron of rangers and druids. Sinoba, as so far Evo is planning to play a druid or ranger for the campaign. I suggested druid, moon druid to him. Okay, for those that don't know, Tim is in my D&D parties. And we're planning a new campaign because Dragonlance just concluded. He was the paladin. Okay. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm still probably going to need to use a DMPC to be the tank, but yeah, that should be fine. The All-Father forged the dwarf. Okay, so that's the father of the dwarves. Mysteria, goddess of magic. Sune, goddess of beauty and tender emotions. Silverius, the forest father, lord of nature. Salune, okay, Soon, and then Salune. I got them mixed up. Goddess of the moon, ebb and flows of tides, the world with her silvery glow and black of night. Saverius, the all-seeing, god of divination and fortune telling. There's a ton of, like, you got a lot, you got a lot of options here. God of knowledge and thought. Tempest, the god of battle and patron of martial prowess. Torm, the loyal fury, god of law, dutifully upholding the structure of civilization. Tamora, known as the god of luck. Tyr, god of law and justice. Yondella, the nurturing matriarch, is known as the creator of the halfling race. So, okay, what god should we be a cleric of? Like Bahamut, obvious one for Metallic Dragonborn. I admit Maliki, I just like her symbol. I do like her symbol quite a bit. I like her symbol. She is looking more into it. She's apparently the... let me see... She's a nature deity. Which cleric subclass are we doing? But... Helm, or the god of martyrs. Okay, so we got Helm here. Which one's the god of martyrs? Let me leave. There's Kellen War. Okay, ML Mater. Okay, so I'd be fine with that. It would fit the idea that she lost her eye, her sight in one eye as a sacrifice to protect someone. That would fit. So this does not... let me actually check the subclasses, because there are subclasses in this game. Tim, long story short, this is based on 4E, aka what most people consider the worst version of D&D, but it actually works better for a video game than it did for a tabletop game. You see. Let me look at what the... The one thing with the clerics, you won't get subclasses until much later. Let me see. Yeah, you want your wisdom as a cleric. Let me look. I'm looking at, or Paragon paths, as they're called here. Okay, so you can be a cleric arbiter, or... Okay, so domains don't actually matter. Let me see. Domains really don't matter because then there's Cleric Devout, which is a healer. So, doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's go with Perseverance and Martyrdom. So we'll basically be the cleric that will not... that can do the Captain America, I could do this all day thing. So, yeah, I like that. That fits the character. Okay, so we have options for where our character started comes from. We have Neverwinter, which, you know, big city on the Sword Coast. I'm in. Basically a merchant town rule. It looks like kind of a bit of a wretched hive. Grey Vale. you know, dangerous wilderness, but nice and pristine. The Dale Lands, loosely allied communities, share common cultures and traditions, strong in individual freedom and collective responsibility. Mune Chef Isles, these are all for flavor. Like, these are all, like, for roleplay. Off the western coast of Faerun lies an archipelago. Has two human cultures, Druidic folk and seafaring Northlanders. Hardy and self-reliant. Netheril, a empire... That's a good question. Let's see. Ruins of the Netherese. Cormyr. Forest Kingdom lies to the west. Brave and noble and proud of their centuries-old kingdom. Read out of sanity. Myth Dunair, the ancient elven kingdom, foremost power. Remains a monster-hunted ruin for years until Sun and Move elves reclaimed it. Waterdeep, city of splendors and the center of commerce and representatives. Creed and nations come to trade, uniting their hopes and bettering their lives. And there, I believe that's also where the Dungeon of Undermountain is situated under. Lier, land of friendship and safety, defensive league, strong independent cities. Offers a new start for people with ruined lives. Dragon Coast evokes imagery of dark alleys and underhanded dealings, of thieves' guilds and pirate ships. Well, okay. Luskin, basically a dying city. Full of bad people. The North Dark, Faerun's Underdark. So we can be from the Underdark. Beneath the lands, the North and Underdeep, of Waterdeep. So we could be from the Underdark. Of course, Baldur's Gate. You know, the classic Baldur's Gate. So, where should we be from? This might be a good place, because it would kind of showcase that, I guess. Luskan? Where is... Moon Isles. Okay, Tim, what do you think? So we got votes for 2. Well, I wish Baldur's Gate 3 had this much background customization. I can agree. So we got Luskan or Moon Isles. Okay, so we got, do we want her to be from a wretched hive of scum and villainy, or from the hardy island that is from brutal terrain and has hardy, self-reliant people? So, one where they need a cleric to help protect them from the environment, one where they need the cleric to protect from each other. Okay, that will go with that, and we have variants here based on that. Okay, so an Asian Experate, are men. Yeah, that's true. Experate off the. Okay, so. Okay, actually, let's look at the origins that come from each too. That's actually something important. I forgot they're tied to their origins. You came to Moonshine Isles to escape the greed of Ammon and were struck by the rugged beauty of the islands. Grew up in the small folk village, living off the land and prizing your independence. A fierce Northlander venerating the sea and its power. Okay, let's see what we get for Luskan. Ex-gang member. You were a member of a small but dangerous group of thugs that after a betrayal you were left for dead in the streets. Luskan bounty hunter. You managed to make a living hunting down dangerous criminals in Luskan. Okay, so obviously this would be, these two origins would be from before we became a cleric. So do we want to be former gang member who turned good? Or, okay, so ex-gang member? Okay, that sounds cool. Okay, so name. I do have a name, and Tim has actually played with the character. Yeah, bounty hunter doesn't seem to fit. Okay, so we need a name. Yeah, it fits more as an ex-gang member. Which also explains her looking creepier. Actually, Cobra La. Let me actually see. She does have a Cobra motif, so... but Cobra La, I'm not sure about that. Like, it is D&D, so you can have any name you want. It's very varied. Oh wait, I think I know. Lania. Oh, I like Lania. Like Lania, I like that. Okay, does any, let's go with that. Okay, so we have Lania, the cleric of Ilamatar, former gang member turned cleric. Linana. Okay, we can go with that idea. Okay, let us begin. And I'll let this cutscene play out, because it introduces our BBG for at least the main campaign. We'll probably come back to this after LEGO DC Superhero Villains is over, assuming I can even get it to work again. Yep, that is a Dracolich.
You might want to brace yourselves for this.
Get his attention. Cleric, with me.
Don't know what class he is. He's a tiefling. Assuming she's a rogue. I know the big guy's a paladin and the other one's a cleric. Also, unfortunately, no breath weapons for the Dragonborn in this game. A gnome without her hat without their hat looks as wrong with a dwarf without their beard. Their full beard. Yeah, I can see that. Nice.
You there! Come over here!
So you can still walk. You were in bad shape when we pulled you from the front line. I don't know how I feel about untested adventurers volunteering their aid in this fight, but my men need all the help they can get. That blasted
Where,
is
Tim?
tearing through our ranks. The Protector's Enclave needs reinforcements. Fight your way to the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. If you see a particularly imposing tiefling, that's Makos. Do what you can to aid him. Before you go, make sure to arm yourself for the trials ahead.
I believe her name is, I don't know exactly, I can't remember her name. I think it's Valendra. Yeah, Valendra Shadow Mantle. She's a she's a high-ranking Lich in Thay. Okay. Alright, I need to equip my stuff. Alright, I forgot I have a VIP thing with this. Not gonna collect those right now. Okay, so here's what we look like with our armor on. Okay, I think that's Sacred Flame. I don't know what that... Well, actually, we can actually look at what these are called. Okay, yeah, that's Sacred Flame. Scattering Light, which I don't think is a real spell. Or it might have been back then. Deal radiant damage to enemies as the target. Okay, Daunting Light and Gias. That's not how Gias works normally. And we can just dodge. And we got Metallic Ancestry, so... Okay, so that's more of our range thing. Okay, and... Okay, that is actually really cool looking.
Be careful out there.
For sure. Basically, this is with a red wizard. Okay, we don't have any healing stuff yet because we're, you know, level 1. Yeah, but the enemy is the big bad's Valindra Shadow Mantle. Is there just no cooldown on that? Wait a second. Okay, that borderline has no cooldown, which is cool. I will say that... Okay, what level are we? We're level 1. We are presently level 1. Yeah, that is weird. Like, we will get a companion so we can do this. So it would make a bit more sense. Of course, this is the tutorial level. And we are a cleric. And undead are kind of our specialty. But yeah, it's kind of for game balance. I declare you my minion. I don't know, there's a mechanic clearly going on here that I don't know, because there's that sidebar. My HP dropped to 1. Works every time. It's a video game. Okay, we're a cleric. We're not going to just leave these guys over here to, you know, fight alone. That's just not the cleric thing to do. Of course, we are a cleric, and dealing with undead is kind of our shtick. At least there's some angry house cats at the heroes.
Ah, good. You look capable. We are preparing to push towards the bridge and rendezvous with our cleric Celeste and the soldiers holding the line there. We need to move quickly before the Draculage return.
Yeah, I think it's just a consequence of taking a game that's... One, it's 4E, which was overly simplified to begin with. And two, it's taking a game that is meant for a party of 4 and simplifying it down to a mostly single-player game. It is an MMO, but we will get 1 party member. I wish that we got more, but I understand why we don't. Of course, he's a lot stronger than we are.
It's time to put an end to this beast!
Apparently he's been fighting the thing this entire time by himself, which is impressive. This guy is meant to be a much stronger hero than us.
Before it rises again. Make haste!
Yeah, in an actual D&D party, these encounters... I mean, in actual D&D game, these encounters would be way more dangerous. Okay, I see what the thing is. Okay, so I can spam that, I just... But yeah, it's just a consequence of having to turn a what is essentially a multiplayer game into a game you can beat on one player, which okay, we might be in a bit of trouble now. Of course, these are zombies, which, of course, are not particularly strong. But, yeah, I think that's kind of that is something that's lost in converting this to basically a single-player game. Hello, our fellow cleric.
You did well to keep the undead at bay. We are holding the line here while we treat the wounded. I fear the bridge is in worse shape. You would do well to assist there. Seek out Sergeant Knox once you've crossed the bridge.
One second. Sergeant Knox. Yes, Sergeant Knox. That's the Star Blavers reference. Ah, nice. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, yeah, I think he was made for this game. Yeah, he was made for this game and for another thing. Rather than being, you know, a major character. And this is Celeste, who's our fellow cleric.
Go on ahead. I will meet you there.
But yeah, it's kind of a consequence of trying to turn a game that's always been meant for 4 players into something that can be played by a 1 player. Like, that's always an issue because that 1 player is going to be way stronger than a single player would be in a game. That's a weird... I like that dodge, it looks cool, but it's a weird dodge. In the original Battleship Yamato, he kills a tank commander in hand-to-hand combat and sacrifices himself to disable the Galactus War City. Huh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna admit this armor looks a bit like a superhero spandex or something. Hey, Starblazer edited out the death stuff. Yeah. But honestly, this kind of looks like something you'd see on a superhero. Which, granted, level 1, once you get to high levels, player characters are pretty much their world's equivalent of superheroes. Go back to playing DC Online, I'd pay for extensions. And nah. Okay, now those I'd be interested in playing. If they're still... Are they still around? I don't know if they're still around. fan service. I'm not sure if I can play that on the PS4. Realistically... Okay, I think that my powers have a distinct advantage on undead versus living enemies. Which makes sense, I'm a cleric. Now we're out of stamina, that could be problematic. Okay, that was a bit more harrowing. I believe Valindra's Shadow Mantle is an existing D&D character.
Kill.
Oh dear, this is not a good situation. Okay, boss fight. Yeah, we will. To be fair, that was not a weakling undead. That thing, I've lost to that thing before. Like, I believe my first time playing through this game, I actually lost to that thing. Granted, I was a rogue.
I believe I'm in your debt. You fight quite well. When you are ready, we should move on to protect his enclave.
Yeah, Valindra is really powerful, but I don't even die from that battle. I have died in that battle before. Instead, campaign on the villain side. Oh, that would be interesting if this game did have a villain option. Okay, this is Protector's Enclave. Welcome to Neverwinter. Now grab a weapon and make yourself useful. Yell McCourt.
Welcome to Protector's Enclave, adventurer. Celeste and I need to speak with Lord Neverwinter about Valindra's attack. You should meet Sergeant Knox in the Adventurers Guild nearby. I've sent word ahead that you're on your way. Oh, and thank you for your aid in battle. All of Neverwinter owes you a debt of gratitude.
Okay. According to the lore, the god of martyrs is not pleased with those who use his teaching to justify exploitation, as you would expect a benevolent god to not be pleased with. Honestly, I would be more surprised if it was the opposite. Okay, so deals damage with radiant divinity cost. Okay, so apparently some of my abilities have a divinity cost rather than an actual... Okay, so that does more damage, that does... okay, so... the Sergeant Knox, and he's in here. Oh, we're talking you up as a big hero in a battle because the Overlynch I laughed at you and teleported you away. I mean, to be fair, we did from the opening thing. The undead we beat is not like in universe. That thing is dangerous because remember that because from the opening cinematic, that thing is dangerous. So beating one of those on your own is a big deal. I don't know what that thing was, but that was not just a garden variety undead, so it makes sense they'd be a bit more hyped up about it, that we managed to beat one solo.
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
So, you are the one who saved Makos. Haha! Neverwinter may have a
And it
new
might have
hero
finished him
in
off
the
if we hadn't, so...
It was a hard-fought battle, but the city is safe once again. Thank you for your help.
But he only was in a position that he couldn't deal with it himself because Valandra attacked him.
To the Adventurers Guild.
And we are now level 2.
You've proven you can handle yourself, and that makes your membership in this fine Adventurers Guild all but guaranteed. As a reward for your deeds, I've arranged a few things. Speak with our mount salesman Brendan Cantor, and then enter the training for some combat training. I'm sure you can still learn a thing or two, and a new skill is worth its weight in gold.
But yeah, it is a bit weird.
Need a horse? Armored bear? Gelatinous cube? We may have it all.
Good man, that Sergeant Knox. Lord Neverember has decreed that Shonda Cool Stables is to give willing adventurers a free horse. We are, of course, more than happy to help and not the least bit upset at how much these horses normally cost to rent, let alone buy. Let's get you started.
Of course, they actually, okay, so Waterdeep horse or Sabino horse, they're overall identical. There's not really a difference between the two, really. So that's what that one looks like. That's what that one looks like. I'm kind of partial to this one's color scheme more. Like, their stats are pretty much identical. Oh, that's actually cool. I like Waterdeep horse. Stop doing that. I'm not going to use that with this character. Yeah, also this reminds me, I've actually got access to some other mounts from account, character things. Let me... The mounts are mainly for show, but... Okay, so we have this one, which is a account item. I got this on one character, but it's an account item, so I can grab it with any of my characters. And I can also grab class artifacts, but I don't really want to do that. The Griffin is only, I'm only doing the Griffin because I really like it. And I actually ground a good bit for it, and it's cool. Really, it's just a cosmetic thing. I mean, you can also use this. It can't fly. Like, it can't fly, it's just for aesthetics. Also, hello, Riley. How you doing? Keep the easy wins and free stuff coming until the player's invested, then hit a wall. Also, Riley is here, and she's being significantly less of a brat this time.
Welcome to your own personal demi-plane, courtesy of Tarhun's magic.
Oh, you can ride the Griffin, but it can't fly.
I'll shape you to a fine adventurer, able to take on any foe.
Oh, you can ride the Griffin, it just can't fly.
You alive. You're no use in a fight if you're dead. So, let's practice your defensive techniques.
Yeah, you can ride the Griffin, but it can't fly. And I understand why. I kind of understand why it might break the game a bit, but yeah.
Dodging is your specialty, I bet. If a foe can't hit you, you can't lose. When you're dodging, you'll want to keep an eye on your stamina. Each time you dodge, you will lose some stamina. Your stamina will regenerate over time when you aren't dodging. So practice the timing and dodge just before the enemy strikes.
That is a cool dodge.
Fine work. Next, you'll need to understand how to gain combat advantage on your foe. You gain combat advantage when you have successfully flanked your foe. You can achieve this by putting your foe in between you and an ally. If you can manage this, you will both deal more damage with your strikes. Note the ring on the ground when you target your foe.
Yep, so flanking rules.
When you have moved into the proper position. Then, you are ready. Strike the flank.
Yep, there's flanking rules.
Well done. Keep in mind that your foes can flank you as well. Do what you can to watch your back. Don't let yourself get surrounded. Now, next lesson. Every adventurer has the potential to learn a special technique. What technique you master will depend on your particular set of skills. Are you ready to unlock your potential? As a cleric, you can use divinity to execute powerful holy abilities. But this divinity regenerates slowly over time. You can channel divinity to commune with your deity, increasing the generation of this devout resource. Simple enough, eh? Let's give it a try.
So basically, yeah, I can use this and take time to, you know, recharge. Which, honestly, I think that's kind of lame. Like, I think that's kind of a lame way to incorporate channel divinity. Yeah, that is one thing about Corey that no one liked.
Real potential in you. Now, this next technique is a bit different. You've recently gained a mount of your own. Your mounts are powerful allies and can actually grant you new abilities in combat. Be sure to look out for new, powerful mounts on your journey. And find the powers that best suit your style. For now, show me what you can do.
Okay. Yeah, that's the weird thing. It can fly when using the mount power, but you can't fly while riding it.
This adventuring thing really comes easily to you. You're ready for the final test. Your trainer and I think we can unlock your ultimate potential. As you battle your foes, you'll feel yourself generating action points. When you build up enough action points, you can unleash your daily power. A powerful ability that can turn the tide in a battle. We will help you generate action points here. So show us the best you've got.
Hello, Riley. Riley is rubbing against my leg and wanting petted. Because she is cute. Wrong thing. Riley, no, I was just talking nice about you. Don't do that. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Apparently it causes... Okay, I need to actually check what that did. Okay, Guardian of Faith deals radiant damage to target enemies, stuns the target and all enemies near it. Hollowed ground. Riley, no! Okay, sorry, Riley is being a bit chaotic right now. Gonna have to deal with that. With something, do something about this. Okay, so Sanctify a Circle, which reduces damage taken by allies by 10%. Okay, that's actually really useful, especially later, or once we get into group things. So yeah, those are useful. Divinity, you may not move or attack while under effect. Yeah, I think that's a lame way to incorporate Channel Divinity, honestly. No, Riley.
Oh, well done, well
Do I have to throw you out of the room again?
That's about all I can teach you for now. When next we meet, I expect you to be even stronger.
Riley, stop that. Hang on. Why is it even... Oh, okay, I see what happened. The actual... I'll have to deal with that separately, but I think he's gonna leave it alone now. See, did I unlock... What did I unlock with it? Oh, I got a third attack. Bastion of Health heals allies in a location. Magnitude decreases number of target. So, yep, got a healing power now. Originally, Wizards and the like were supposed to be a long-term gamble investment. Yeah, because they were squishy. Your character was likely to die, but if they lived long enough, they'd be all powerful. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I understand, like, I completely understand why some people prefer earlier editions and some people prefer later editions. Like, honestly, I don't think anyone is wrong in that case. Like, I think that it's perfectly I honestly, if you want high risk, high reward gameplay.
Ha! You're eager. That's good. If you survived Corbin, I'm sure you're ready for anything I can throw at you. You should know, whenever you're unsure of what to do next, check your journal. Take a look at your adventures within, and be sure to claim the rewards the Guild offers for your deeds. With all you've done, you're a fully fledged member of the Adventurers Guild now. Congratulations! I'm sure you're ready for work, and believe me, there is plenty to go around. In fact, I have a task of particular importance in mind. The attack on the city wasn't the last we'll see of Valindra. I'm sure of it. I believe she is now working towards some wicked end in Neverdeath Graveyard. A troop of my gods just returned from there with reports of red wizards and necromantic rituals. I need you to venture into the graveyard and speak with Doom Guide Volok. Put a stop to whatever Valindra is plotting.
Okay, this actually makes a bit of sense, because, you know, I'm a cleric. That kind of makes a bit of sense. Okay, so what he meant with the journal thing is, this is the journal thing. You know, Final Fantasy Red Wizard showed up and both demanding the other change their name. Or the Red Wizards from Dragonlance. Yeah, you see... Yeah, and then the Wizards of the Red Robe show up, and they're just... everyone is just confused. Okay, so if you want to play this game, here's something you need to remember. Yeah. If you want to play this game, here's something to remember. Every time you complete one of these, you get rewards, but you got to go to your journal and actively claim those rewards. And I did not know that, which made my life significantly harder playing the game. But anyway, this actually makes a bit of sense to send the cleric to go deal with these things, because, you know, it's undead. Clerics are the, especially back in previous editions. If you got an undead problem, a cleric and a paladin are your two best friends. So here's my feeling about how the different editions handle things. Like, it depends on your table. Like, it really depends on your table, because, like with my Radiant Citadel table, I was like, okay, so do these guys want to be challenged, or do they want to just have a fun adventure? Because here's the thing, I've got players who love roleplay, and I've got players that like combat. The ones that like some of the ones that like roleplay like easy encounters because they can just finish and get it over with and get back to roleplaying. Some of the ones that like combat encounters like to be challenged and face difficult combat that doesn't last a turn. The way I balance that is try to incorporate roleplay into the combat, which I think is your best bet, but it really... Yeah, we can ride the Griffin now. It just can't fly. And yeah, I agree that is weird, but I guess they didn't want you to be able to just skip entire sections by being able to fly.
Kalimvor, watch over you.
And yes, we have the we have religious people in a positive role. I appreciate that.
Thank you for coming. Although it humbles me to admit it, the Doom Guides of Kalimvor need aid against the undead. Our resources are stretched to their limits.
You know, I wonder if you're a follower of Kalimvor, if this dialogue's different.
I am Doom Guide Volok, the Eternal Order of Kalimvor. It's my mission to see Neverwinter's cemetery reconsecrated.
Yeah, let's call the Griffin Guilda.
The city purged of the undead. In the last few days, there has been an alarming surge in the number and power of undead creatures rising from their graves. The city is in dire peril unless they are contained. We were caught by surprise. Many of my acolytes died, overwhelmed in a sea of the unliving. I ordered the survivors to fall back here to the approach, but we will not hold this point long should the undead attack in force. There are dark rituals that can strengthen the undead, but to cause an uprising on such a scale, this must be the work of powerful necromancers. Red wizards of Thay have been spotted in Pauper's Field. I wager that means Valendra is involved. Clearly she has not been idle since her initial attack on the city was repulsed.
Okay, Valendra must be stopped.
The number of undead in the graveyard is growing at an alarming rate. If something is not done, I fear they may run the rest of Neverwinter. I sent a detachment detachment of Doom Guides to deal with the undead in Pauper's Field. Their leader, Doom Guide Severin, sent an acolyte back to tell me they were descending into the area known as the Rift. But since then, we've heard nothing. I would like you to find those missing Doom Guides. Speak to acolyte Naaman. She can tell you.
Okay, let us go.
I'm so worried about Severin and the others. Let me know what I can do to help. We spotted creatures moving in the rift that were not undead. Severin suspected they might be behind the mass rising of the dead and wanted to investigate. He sent me back to inform Doomguide Volok. That was yesterday, and we've heard nothing since. I grow more afraid for my friends with each passing hour.
Yes, name the Griffin
Please,
Gilda. Okay, our
you
Griffin is
must
named
find them.
Gilda. Yes, the Griffin is named Gilda now. I like that name. Unfortunately, I can't actually name it. Though, theoretically, we could get a companion. But, okay. Yeah, I'll be glad when we get, like, I find this outfit kind of comical. But, like, in a way, it looks like a superhero outfit. It legit looks like a superhero outfit rather than a D&D character. He once told his 4E counterpart that magic was doomed in the 4E world since no one is going to put effort into learning magic when they can be just as a fighter or a thief. This banner has been desecrated and no longer channels the power of Kalimvor. There are stains on the fabric that look suspiciously like blood, but you see no other signs of the missing Doom Guides. Riley, stop that. Okay, so I have a healing spell. Yeah, I kind of find it lame that they made Channel Divinity just a recharge mechanic. Okay, so there's a mechanic that I find it really stupid they don't let you use at the moment. Like, Channel Divinities are one of the funnest parts of being a cleric. But, like, the way I see it is it really depends on your party. I can understand why people prefer the idea that... Okay, let's read this. The gear appears to be human in origin. You see a backpack, journal, and broken symbol. The final entry is... The journal reads, the Wed Wizard has used a dark ritual to prevent us from calling upon Kalimvor's might. I overheard him saying to his Knoll servants that we were to be taken to another portion of Nether Death near the Soldiers' Memorial. The wizard took Doomguide Severin into the nearby crypts. I could hear his screams from here, and will give us strength. Perhaps there is yet time to say Severin. Search for him in the nearby crypt. But, like, that's the thing, is I don't I understand why people complain, but personally, I can see both sides of the point. Is that okay? So you're playing at high levels, but you want to play as Marshal. What's the point if there's no like real point? Like, using the wrong power. It's nice that I can heal myself. Which will very much change how I handle things. Like, I've not played the previous editions, but I know there's still a complaint about a caster-marshal divide in 5e, but the way I see it is honestly, what's in the player's handbook and in the official rulebook.
Dare disrupt the ritual?
Red Wizard of Thay, who's fittingly a boss. Okay. Honestly confused as to why I'm not taking more damage, to be honest with you, because I feel like I should be. Oh, missed. I'm going to do that just in case you need to heal.
Thank you. Not sure how much longer I would have been able to hold on. But my companions were also taken by the Thayans. I pray there is still time to save them as well.
Okay. But yeah, the way I see it is it depends, like, what's in the actual rule books doesn't really matter, because your DM and your table can decide, okay, you know what, I liked how 3.5e worked better, or I think that Marshall should, like, or I think that, you know, I want to use spell points instead of spell slots, or I want to buff the enemy's HP to make them more challenging. Your DM can do whatever they want. So to me, that it depends on the table.
Celeborn watch over you. Knowles, you say. The Thayans have never been very particular about who they ally with. I'm sure the Knowles were here as expendable muscle. Thank you for rescuing Tomb Guide 7. I can only pray to Celeborn he protects the others until we can find out where they were taken.
Okay, and we get to level up, and we'll look at that in a second.
Vanindra's allies, the Red Wizards of Thay, are raising the dead in large numbers. This is an abomination in the eyes of Kalimdor. The sacred grounds of this cemetery have been corrupted by the Red Wizards' foul rituals. Reconsecrating these grounds won't stop them. Slow them down. Take these banners and plant them in the north, south, and west plots of Pauper's Field. Power of Kalimdor will cleanse the area. It will also cause the dead who have already been lost to the corruption to rise. Please send these poor souls back to their final rest.
And here's one of my favorite things in the entire
thing. We have received reports of cursed whispers and nefarious magic coming from a strange object recently unearthed in the graveyard. With all of the undead rising, we have no one able to investigate. I suspect it may be a powerful magical focus, cursed trinket. I trust you to handle the situation with care. Will you retrieve this artifact? Return to our camp?
Yeah, this one's fun.
I believe the Red Wizards are purposely drawing priests of Kalimdor into Pauper's Field to capture the rituals. Because of our special connection to the dead, sacrificing one of us would make whatever ritual they are performing all the more powerful. The journal you found belongs to Doomguide Arwen. If she is correct, my remaining comrades are being taken to the Soldiers' Memorial. For their sakes, and the safety of Neverwinter, we must save them.
Okay, back to things.
Adventurer, you have picked up no mere bauble, but the phylactery of Sarah.
Dang it. It looks like they're another cleric.
Foolish adventurer, you have picked up no mere bauble, but the phylactery of Zarafrax, all-powerful lich. Now, prepare for a battle of wills for your very... Let me be upfront with you. I'm tired of the epic battle of good against evil. I wish I could find a nice, quiet spot where my phylactery won't be disturbed for a few 100 years. You seem a capable sword. How about I offer you a reward for helping me find a resting place?
Yep, so... gonna help, so Lynch is not looking for, is no longer... having fun being evil, so he wants us to help find him a good resting place for his phylactery. Here we go. Okay, I'll read yours in a second. The thing with zombies is one zombie is not very dangerous. A horde of them is. Alright, these guys are... Oh great, more zombies. Okay. Alright, the lit... So he's tired of warring against good and just wants to retire and hopes you can put his soul jar somewhere nice and peaceful for a few hundred years. Yep, that's why I like this one. Like you didn't even pick your alignment. Yeah, I wish there was an alignment option, but we can assume we're at least at the very least a good aligned character. Because we're worshippers of the god of martyrs. Okay, we're almost out of divine power. Okay, yeah, that... If you spam that too much, you end up running out of power. Why do I keep having to raise this thing? Oh, I might be actually going too far away from it. That might be what's going on here. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, don't want to jump off that. Okay, that reminds me, I actually unlocked a new power that I completely forgot about. Okay.
No, this won't do at all. The Doomguides have been here. I can still feel the smug sanctimoniousness of the rituals radiating from the very stone. How did we end up with undead-hating Killamgore as the god of death anyway? I, for one, blame Cyric. Now, Jurgle, there was a god of death. Of course, Baal and Merkel had their qualities too. Bah, I'm rambling. Let's try the next spot.
There's just something amusing about this strangely affable lich. Okay, let's deal with this. Lich, why did Gerard have to retire? or Jurgal have to retire. Yeah, that's pretty much what he was saying. There we go. Okay, so we want to switch to this as our next quest path. And while we're in the middle of this bridge and not going to get attacked, I'm going to look at my new power that I got. Okay, I got something on my character sheet. I got a stat, an ASI. You're going to raise Charisma 1. We can only raise each one. And let's put Intelligence 1. But the other thing is we unlocked something. Okay. Soothing Prayer. Whenever you channel Divinity, you receive a heal over time. So, yeah. Also, I need to deal with this. Yeah. I don't know what I just dealt with. Want to eat some horses. You see sicker and injured horses, no one would miss. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I like this quest because it's just fun. Like, it's just fun to have to deal with this oddly affable lich. This is literally back where we started.
What have they done to this place? This would have been a perfect location. Command view of the stonework, and now look at it. Ruined. I think this was done by some greedy adventurer looking for a few measly gold pieces or a paltry magic sword. I tell you, there's just no respect anymore. That doesn't... I've been searching for the perfect spot for a decade, and apparently there's no quiet place left on all Faroon. Well, this is it. I'm done. Take me to a Doomguy. Let them destroy me. I don't want to unlive on this planet anymore.
Okay, now we'll do the other quest, because it's just more practical to deal with the quests at all at once and then return them all at the same time. Though we might not actually, you know what? Because we might probably won't actually finish the quest. It's between evil and clinical insanity, yeah. Could just become a demi-lich and abandon this plane altogether. Yeah, he could. Oh crap, I did not mean to fall into the pit of zombies. What I want to do is head back over here, because I don't know if we'll finish all those quests or not. Okay, so next time we'll do Lego Marvel's DC Superheroes if I can get it working again. But I just wanted to finish this one.
By Kalimvor's blade! This is the phylactery of a lich! Powerful undead mage. It is a miracle it did not try to consume your very soul. We Doom Guides strive to destroy the undead.
Yeah.
But for one this powerful, that may not be possible. Fortunately, we've constructed an impenetrable vault in a secure location, which can safely hold such evils for centuries, if that's what it takes. Curious. I'd swear the spirit within seems to be laughing. It must be mad. No matter. We shall imprison it without delay.
And comically enough, gives him exactly what he wanted.
Well done. The dissolution of the dead will slow the ability of Valindra's necromancers to raise them.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that's one of my favorite quests because it's funny. Like, it's just a funny quest to do, and I really do enjoy it. Alright, I did get items there. Okay, we actually have proper armor now. Granted, I still am not a big fan of the torso. Okay, we'll see how far we can get. Yeah, after we finish DC Superheroes, we'll probably do something with this.
You are too late! He is mine!
Okay, so I know most of the Red Wizards of Thay are liches, but are they all liches, or... Okay, I had to lay that guy's body, to rest, so... Okay, we cremate his body so he can rest in peace. Okay. Yeah, that is interesting. But yeah, I just prefer the idea that... Ah, crud. I know it says Tam is up there with Vecna as D&D's most famous lich. But he seems to have gotten the least amount of focus of the big three. But yeah, I've recently played a Akius, my character from Dragonlance, was a cleric, and I did have a lot of fun with that.
Who is it? Who's there? I can barely see. Gods, I'm dead, aren't I? Well, at least it would explain why the pain has stopped.
Mr. Toad is still a ride at Disney where Mr. Toad escapes, is arrested, escapes, and dies from reckless driving and goes... Okay, that is... I did not know that.
Thank you for stopping the ritual. They made us watch as they transformed Stonehammer. It was horrible. I think those abominations took special pleasure in transforming a cleric of Kellenvor. Please, look for Doomguide Wingoff. She managed to sneak away when Falstaff attacked our captors. I should go. Kellenvor calls me to my rest. Please, burn my body so it's of no use to Valindra.
Of course I end up... That was more fading than burning. Ow. Okay, we should be able to actually finish this. We might go a little bit over, but... But yeah, after we finish DC, assuming I can actually get it working... Yeah, at least we got armor now, so that helps. There we go.
We've got to hide. Hide before they find us. They're everywhere. Crawling up from the ground and hunting us like animals. There's no way out now. No way out. You didn't see what happened. Didn't see what they did. No. Yes. I don't know. I'm hurt and scared. And ashamed that I allowed my faith in Kellenvor to waver. Have you found any of the others?
Festif and Owain are dead. I'm going to look for Galleon. Wait here. That's one way to write someone in PTSD. Yep. Yeah, we'll probably go a little over 6 o'clock, but we're almost done with this quest. Way to check the traps. Traps for chests, or if it's a mimic, really. If you're a rogue, you can. That's a rogue exclusive ability in this game. Stab the chest. If it goes ow, it's a mimic. Yeah. Mimics are rather iconic monsters in D&D for good reason. I do wonder if clerics do extra damage to undead, and that's what's happening here. I mean, but granted, that's always kind of been the thing with undead, is the lesser ranking undead just aren't very dangerous in small numbers. But this is a stronger undead. Okay, there we go.
I owe you my life. Have you seen any of the other Doom Guides? I suppose I should be thankful any of us made it through this. It was a trap. The Thayans lured us into the rift and ambushed us. Apparently, Valindra wanted our blood to supercharge her rituals and gain some Kellenberite priests as pets in the process. If it is safe to go, I should report to Doom Guide Volok. Returning. Let's get out of here.
Okay, and now we can finish this, and then we will call it a night. But yeah, after we're finished with DC super villains, or we'll probably come back to this.
Kellenvor, watch over you. This blasphemy cannot go unchallenged. We must stop the Red Wizards.
Okay, well, first let's equip the new item. Yep, which is an upgraded, channel. But anyway, that was Neverwinter. If I can get things back on function, we'll probably come back next week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye. I still don't have a catchphrase.